Okay, last video for now. Um, Grades. I know that some of you may be really concerned with the grades that are in Skyward. Um, our material is getting tough. We are in the throes of fifth grade. So we are not doing too much review anymore. We are like in it. So a lot of the kids' grades are going down. Now, does that mean that they're going to get poor grades on their report card? Absolutely not. It means that they are learning. They have material that um, is really challenging for them, and it's not easy. And so they have to do it over and over and over and over and over and over again to get better. So right now they're just starting out the third quarter and lots of grades are really low. So just encourage your kids to keep going, that they can do it. They can persevere, they can get over this hump, and they're going to be doing great. We also are doing this activity every Tuesday where they get to demonstrate their learning for the week, right? So without me. And that has been really difficult. Yesterday was super hard for them. So on Tuesdays, they get to read like a little story or a little passage, and then they have to answer questions about it. It seems like it's easy stuff. Like, you and I, when we were back in school, it was the main character had what problem, right? And then it was like four things, and it was obvious what their problem was. Well, questions nowadays aren't that way. It's what do you infer, which means take an educated guess. What do you infer the author meant by blah, blah, blah? So it's much more difficult. They have to be able to read between the lines and take, past information and apply it to a current situation. And it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. And the kids have great rationales for their wrong answers that I'm like, well, that makes sense. So they're learning some big time concepts, and it's hard. It's hard. So don't get too worried about the grades. The most important thing when you go into Skyward is if there's a 0, it means they did not turn it in. So please, please, please make sure that if you see a 0 in Skyward, that you double check with your kiddo to see what their progress is on that assignment, because it means I've graded the assignment. So it would be late since I've already graded it, that they haven't turned it in yet, but they still need to turn it in so I can give them some points. Some points is better than none. So please check in with them about that assignment. I'll be posting more updates on the content, the material, so you know where we're going with that. It is getting tough. They are starting to feel the burn. So there might come home, like yesterday, kids were getting really cranky in the afternoon because they were just tired. So you may notice that a little bit more, just for a couple more weeks of them just being a little cranky because they're tired. But I guarantee you the payoff is going to be huge. These kids are going to see the progress that they're making, and they are going to be floored. I'm already seeing progress, so I know the grades are going to go up. I know the grades are going to go up. So don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed, okay? That's what I really want to say. Don't be alarmed. It's okay. They're learning, and we all have to start somewhere. And when we first hear a word in a foreign language or something we don't understand, a concept we don't understand, it takes a little while for that to kind of seep in. Oh, and seep is one of our vocab words this week. So just kind of, it's coming. But I'll let you know when later on in the quarter, like, okay, now we got a problem. Homework's not getting turned in, that kind of a thing. But overall, the kids are doing amazing with the content that they have. I'm really trying to have a balance with them of I want them to demonstrate what their learning is, and then we do stuff together. So they're getting a balance of hearing my rationale and why an answer is correct, and then them trying it out themselves. So awesome kids. Parents, thank you so much for entrusting your kids' education to me. You know, that just means the world to me. I just love them all. And of course, I love English. So this has just been such a sweet joy this year. So we got this. We got this. The best way for them to keep their confidence up while we're going through this harder material is for them to practice their spelling words and know their vocabulary. They get tested on those every Friday. They know. We go in sequential order. We're on lesson 21 this week. So guess what lesson we'll be on next week? So they know their spelling list. It's in their notebook. That's something that they can practice. That will keep their grades up. That's a 20-point test that they take every single week. Vocab, again, 20 points. They have to know the definition of the word and be able to use it in a sentence that gives contextual evidence that they know the word, which basically means they can't say, I don't like the word seep. No, they have to say water seeped in through the roof or something like that, so that I know they know what it means. But those are easy. Those are 20 points every Friday. So if they are working on those and making sure that those are top notch, then some of this deeper learning that they're getting, you know, they can spend their time on that instead of the other. So just make sure that they're working on their spelling words and that they're working on their vocab at home. But those are easy points. So anyway, all right. See you later. Bye.